I wish you strength, your pilots of the unmanned system forces. We express our gratitude to Joseph McDonald for the assistance provided to us, which is extremely necessary for the performance of combat missions in the Quezon direction. Your contribution to our victory is very significant. Together to victory, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes.
Hi, I'm Joe McDonald, and this is Big Mac's Battle Blog. So, this video is going to have a lot of drone footage in it, and the first bit is a really good bit. So, our new battalion, our new team, which sort of covers a whole company, is called Forpost. That's the name at those positions. It sort of means outpost, or we are the outward flank, and it's true. We hold the left flank down here and inflict a lot of damage on the Russians every day. But one of our new teams, there's a little bit of a joke in the video because we found a Russian position, and a couple of little bombs have been dropped on it, and then apparently next day the command sort of said, "Oh, can you just start filming that thing?" And the guys are like, "Yeah, all right," So they're just filming this building. And next thing, fucking, a proper airstrike hits it. So, was something important. Don't quite know what yet, but that's a really nice kind of first kill for a new team, finding airstrike grade targets. And a big thanks to the Ukrainian Air Force from me and all of the 34th Marines down in Kherson. It's really lifts our spirits when we get the hammer dropped on the orcs on the other side. So anyway, here's that. Now the second thing you're going to see here is a couple of minutes of about one day of drone operations on a small area of the front we hold. Apologise for the vertical tip-top view, but what we're seeing here is a Russian boat landing a team of infantry, in this video, and now we're seeing, they've found some of them, some are hiding in the reeds, anyway, others have made their way to other structures. It's a Mavic dropping what looks like a old-fashioned grenade drop, that because of the fuse burning before it hit the ground. Now some thermal footage, of them. Again, we use M3Ts to hunt guys in foliage and long grass in the days. It's super effective. Guy hiding there. Trying to stay hidden, it's not working, as again, if you're squeamish, look away. Now, basically, there you go. That's what happens if you join the Russian army, come to invade Kherson on the islands. I genuinely feel sorry for the guys. I was talking about this with a pilot the other day, It's like, so what's the mission today, Commander? It's like, well, you're going to go in a small team and try and hide in the bushes or some house on the islands to occupy it. And it's like, okay, what happened to the last 500 missions? It's like, well, the Ukrainians killed all of them. And you're sending us on exactly the same mission? Yes, we are, So yeah, here's the new logos of some of our teams, new logo of the new brigade, which we're part of now. I should insert the new equipage logo here, and I will in a sec. Here's an after view, basically, kind of after that evening. It was about 4 or 5 o'clock when they dropped those soldiers off. So after the night's work and the evening's work, that's kind of, everything's on fucking fire and blown up. So yeah, there was quite a few of them. They did not get on well. It didn't work out for them at all. So yeah, this is all our damage, Russians have held that side and that area for quite. So I'm not going to say we still have men on the islands, but it's basically just a big old kill zone for us these days. Russians keep putting men in, we keep killing them, and repeat. So yeah, once again, some actual kind of mild horror at the First World War level, like brutality that the Russians send their guys into the slaughter with no real objective. Back to a bit of FPV footage. I guess this is farther back in the sort of left bank in the river area by the looks of things. Not too many like dry pine forests on the islands, and yeah, you know, what's that? Like a little sort of mortar position type deal there. Looks like there's a guy on the left, and so we've gone over that. Maybe there wasn't a guy there. Trying to reach what looks like a bunker, I guess. Yeah, well, they don't. Not every mission works out. You never know. Might, with any luck, it set fire to the pine trees next to the position. That's always good. And yeah, some more FPV footage of just hitting targets on the left bank. We probably will have worked out that this building's used by a drone team or is just occupied by infantry in a kind of hold the line / reconnaissance role. So yeah, you know, pretty bread and butter kind of work for the guys now. Looks like a little Mavic drop or FPV. I didn't see the FPV go in. Again, just on the island area. And yeah, that's kind of it for now. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Just as kind of a snapshot of what 24-hour-ish of operations can be in the Kherson region, and what our guys are doing to defend Kherson and destroy the enemy. And as again, that comes with a lot of your help. You saw the clip at the start of this video. That's just a thank you for some of our pilots in the new battalion who were under my old commander. And what you saw, what those boxes were, basically like drone control stuff, which is why don't really want to like give you nice up closes of it. Appreciate the trust, you know. One of the things about the funding for our channel is quite a lot of it goes into what can only be called secret operations, secret workshops, secret bomb defusing places, you know, what we're doing with the drones, you know, improving them. That's what we're doing. We're buying components to make them better. What components and how, I don't want to tell you. How we do the circuitry for our bombs, I don't want to tell you and should not tell you. So I really appreciate the trust on all this, guys. As I said, we are still recruiting. If you get yourself to Ukraine and find yourself a drone course, which shouldn't take more than like medium level intelligence and the ownership of a smartphone, and have a little bit of money to sustain yourself, like $1,000 or $2, you know, once you get here. Don't go wild and stay in expensive hotels. Find somewhere cheap, you know, and eat humbly, and you'll manage until you get paid and get yourself on a drone course. And, you know, maybe like hike across Poland a little bit on the way here, or go for a week or two in the Carpathians and see if you're up for doing like physical work, carrying a bag, sleeping outside for a few days, right? If you don't feel up to that after a week or so, if you're like, oh, I want to go home to me mum in me bed, then the military probably isn't for you. And it's also a good chance to, like, you know, maybe do it in Ukraine. They could use the tourism money, that's for fucking sure. And no one's going to drop a missile on your head in the Carpathians. So yeah, we do need foreigners, ideally foreigners who, if they don't speak Russian and Ukrainian, are putting effort into learning the language, because drone work is all about information gathering and sharing. So if you don't speak the language, you're kind of fucking useless. You know, I get an exception to the rule because I bring in loads of fundraising, so they've got enough time to do Google Translate with one foreigner, not fucking 30 of them. So, you know, yeah. So, if you're interested, get yourself to Ukraine, get on a drone course, go to Ternopil, get your sort of file organised, ask to speak to the 34th Marines UAV company. We need pilots, we need sappers, we need drone technicians, but like at least some language skills are important. So there you go. It's goodbye from me, Joe McDonald at Big Mac's Battle Blogs, and it's goodbye from OneSock. Oh yeah, and to sort of add to all that, recruitment, like the video at the start, I have just transferred like $9,000 over to the unit, which puts the PayPal down to like the float, which is 10 grand, which sounds like a lot of money, but it's not. You know, it's one drone and one broken down car. So now we're basically kind of broke again. So, you know, the channel has 17,500 subscribers. We seem to get like 7,000, 8,000 people on average a video. If 5,000 of you give a $5 a month, which we've never quite hit, right, to the PayPal, 5,000 people, £5 a month, that is still not enough money for everything a platoon needs, right? If you want to like be building things up, getting better stuff, making sure the guys have night vision and stuff, it's enough to scrape by. My financial target for the company for the next year is $2 million American dollars to basically maintain what we've done with the other with the platoon, and raise it up to the same standard and be able to at least make sure that the guys have got fucked, but not like, you know, not Afghanistan fucked Toyota Hiluxes, just kind of, you know, farmer who leaves it out in the rain fuck Toyota Hiluxes, you know, and one PVS 14 night vision before 4 guys, and at least the fucking helmet so they can have radio comms, and maybe like $1,000 worth of thermal equipment on the car so you can drive in the dark without like betraying you where your car is, and you know, all kinds of things. There's a lot of money it takes, you know. God, over the last couple of years, I've spent fucking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, possibly thousands of dollars on like hot glue and cable ties and soldering equipment and all that kind of stuff, on 3D printer coil, on fucking all kinds of things, on boxes, you know, on like sort of plastic, good quality toolbox type flight cases so we can carry the other equipment around that doesn't come with one without it getting fucked up or exploding in our faces. So, yeah, massive amounts of expense. I am even considering rejoining the unit in a kind of, I'm not sure if part-time is really possible, but like definitely non-combat and possibly like not based in Kherson full-time capacity. You know, I'm considering seeing if I can do something like that, because we just, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's easier to do stuff if you're there face-to-face and not on the other end of a phone and stuff. So, yeah, anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet, or I even should, because I definitely still feel like not well in possibly relatively serious ways, and it's going to take time to address that. But yeah, things are desperate. We need help. Please send money. Please come and sign up for the unit if you feel that you're sane, physically able, and self-motivated and resourceful enough to learn some Ukrainian and get yourself to Ukraine and get yourself on a drone course, you know. Yeah, we've definitely got the men, and there's opportunity to do a lot of cool stuff. It won't just be Mavics and FPV. There's Baba Yagas, like big heavy lift bomber drones. There's bomber FPV, which is kind of a new thing we're aiming at. There's not only the signal FPVs, but there's a wire FPVs. We've got a ground drone program coming along. We've got a drone boat program as well. You know, we've got fixed wing teams. There's view to getting fixed wing strike teams soon. Basically, a lot of anything you want to do with drones, if you've got the brains and the motivation, you can, you know. So anyway, get on with it. Goodbye from me, Joe McDonald at Big Mac's Battle Blogs, and as always, to our pro-Russian and Vatnik listeners, Idina Hojzalupa.